Joyful Mate. I'm your Joyful Journey mentor, Anthony Harcher. And in this episode, I'm sharing some insights around the illusion of control and how it can drive us to be really unfulfilled, disappointed, and unhappy. So, this episode is some insights I'm sharing on the Me and My Health Up podcast. So, I've brought across some of the insights from a podcast I did on the Me and My Health Up. However, I'll just do a bit of a prologue into the episode. And so there's this sense that we can control, and that we get in this state of that we can control people, and we can control the environment, and we can control everything around us. But it's an illusion. And this is created when we get into our survival part of the brain. So when we're feeling threatened, when we're feeling that things just aren't going well, and we're insecure, we are certainly very anxious, and we're very scattered. And so that's what our brain's doing. And then what we want to do is sort of create some sense of illusion of control by controlling as much as the environment we can around us, to make us feel like we're getting some sense of control back. But the brain's out of control completely. And so therefore you seek control, or people that are struggling with this, controlling their mind's out of control, then they seek to balance that or counterbalance it by controlling everything around them, and that includes people and things, right? And so they'll go into this control freak mode where they're telling people what to do and how to do it, and they're wanting to create order in the house they live in and the work they live in, and the disorder just makes them more insane, or more crazy, or more scattered. And what needs, in order to fix this, what we need to do is help the mind. We need to, because we're in that mode, we have this illusion that we can control our external environment, which we can't. It's a complete illusion. But we're wanting to, because we're not able to deal with what's happening inside our head. So we looking to create order through controlling the world around us. And what happens here is that we go into control freak mode, and we get bossy, and this drives the other people around us crazy. And because it's not honoring them, who they are, it's just telling them what to do and treating them like a child. And then we're wanting to control other external factors that we can't, such as we get frustrated when the weather's not doing what it's doing, and it said it would do this and it's not doing that. And so what this ultimately does, this illusion of control, is drive disappointment, because we can't control the external environment. Ultimately, people do what they want to do, or they'll rebel against what you want them to do, and you'll get more frustrated and annoyed. So we need to realize that that is an illusion, that we can control the external environment. And what we want to be looking at doing is, how do I get my mind back into order? How do I create order in my mind? And that's where you want to be directing your energy, is because we can't control anything other than ourselves. We can't control other people. They're a completely unique and special individual, and they have their own mind and consciousness, right? We can't control the environment. It has its own consciousness and the way it does things. The only thing we can control is ourselves, and how we respond to the external world. We can control how we respond to the external world, and we can control how we've got a way of looking at things differently. So the way we perceive things, we don't need to quickly jump to judgment. We can look for the hidden meaning of why that person did that, or why is the weather cloudy today. We can find some order by changing the way in which we process our perceptions or our sensory inputs. So where I'm getting to with this is, if you feel like you're in this control freak mode and everything's working against you, because it will, because you're trying to control things that you can't control, which is the external environment and other people, And so that will drive you crazy. And so you'll get more frustrated and you'll feel more scattered and more out of control in your mind. If you're feeling that way, what you want to do is look inwards and look at the way you're perceiving the world and look at the way you're judging things and people and others, and what you'll see is it's nothing to do with them. It's all your perceptions and how you're perceiving things and how you're judging others or judging the world. And so it's got nothing to do with them. It's all about what you're allowing in and how you're ultimately judging and only seeing one side and not seeing the fullness in what's happening around you. So this is the episode that I'm leading into, where I share some insights as to how you can maintain more order in your brain. And when you are just focusing on yourself and looking at how you looking at and focusing on what you can control, then life is so much easier. Life is so much more fulfilling because every challenge that a person or the environment chucks at you, you see the order in that. You see how it serves you. You see how it benefits you. And so ultimately, you don't get disappointed because as much as you can feel that it's a headwind, you can then see the tailwind. And then you can obviously see that it's both a headwind and a tailwind. So everything that you experience has a headwind effect and a tailwind effect. And it's up to you to look for that tailwind if you feel that everything's a headwind. So that's the challenge I put to you, and that's the segue into the episode that I'm sharing and the insights I'm sharing on this illusion of control. I hope you enjoy it. If you've got any questions, please leave them in the show note, leave them in the comments where you're watching this. I'd love to share my insights or further the discussion around this to help you along your journey, because I'm the Joyful Journey Mentor and this is what I do for a living. I help you find order in your life and help you experience a more fulfilling life, a more ordered life, and to help you grow, evolve, and ultimately to experience more fulfillment and joy in this beautiful life. Thank you, and until next time, continue to listen to Joyful Mate, and obviously continue to listen to this episode. There's more to come. So without much further ado, I welcome you into the episode on the illusion of control.